All right, hey everybody, nerds drink whiskey. This is going to be a very special episode. We're still at Pints and Quarts in Lacey. If you're down in the Lacey, Olympia area around on the last Saturday of the month, come on down to Pints and Quarts. We'll probably be here filming episodes, and that's what we're doing here. So, but anyways, they have a whiskey tasting, different whiskeys and whiskey club, and it's great. So come on down. But this episode, we're going to just dive into one of the most controversial statements in the whiskey culture right now, which is NAS no age statement. My personal opinion is it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad whiskey or good whiskey, but I always side on the more information is better. It's basically better marketing for them to not give an age, because sometimes you see, like the Jura is, what do they say, 10 to 21?
Yeah, the minimum is 10, but we don't know how old and we don't know how much of which.
Right. So I know it creates a marketing problem for them to have to put an age on there, and I think the standard is whatever the youngest is, that's what the age statement has to be. So that's why they're just doing no age statement. Plus, there's also distillers that are finding new ways to distill stuff that basically increases the surface area of the wood, so then it has to age less time, this and that, and then that all that innovation is great, but I always side on there needs to be new categories, new marketing terms, I guess, to sell those, so that you can still have an age statement and have it not necessarily be a negative thing. That's where I sit. Let's find out what Jeff's fit, and then after that, we're gonna hear some thoughts from some other people.
We haven't been drinking whiskey at all.
I've only had about 3 or 4 shots. I don't know what my deal is, but
so yeah, I'm kind of with you on this, where more information is better. I do feel like no age statement, it can be misleading, and I do agree, like, a whiskey shouldn't be judged on its age. I've had some great 8 years that are better than 10 years that are better than 15 years. So you can have no age statements. It doesn't reflect the quality in any way. But yeah, it also doesn't, you look at it no age, we had one that was great and one that wasn't so good. And I'm sure there will find others that are all over the spectrum. But once you get into, you remove the age from the equation, you lose one of the ways of judging a whiskey on the shelf. We judge it entirely on its taste once you taste it. But on the shelf, you look at it and go, okay, if I've got this brand has 3 whiskeys, one of them is 12 and one of them is 18 and one of them is no age, now how do you judge between the 3? So once we learn, okay, this brand's no age is better than the same brand's 10, you can kind of get an idea. But yeah, I still think we're going to have to taste all the whiskeys in order to figure out which ones are best.
Pity us. We're going to have to taste all the whiskeys to find out. If somebody has to do it, I guess I'll step up and do it. But anyways, now here's, we're going to talk to some other people about their opinions on no age statement, why they support it, why they're against it. Here's their opinions. Hopefully you guys have sent in some of yours.
Well, what I think the value for the no age statement is, in my opinion, I'm still learning a lot about whiskeys and bourbons and all that good stuff. But I really think that for old school, with the ages the way we've gone in hundreds of years, is a great thing. But my interest of the new evolution, new age generations coming up for distilleries, I like the fact that there's more science involved where they can get a lot of these whiskeys tasting and giving it that 20-year flavor or settlement, if you will, in a short fashion. I'm really interested to see how the new evolution is coming along with that.
Okay, so my thoughts on no age statement whiskeys is, for the past 200, 300 years, the industry has done a very, very good job of marketing age statements to the population. So we're so used to looking at age statements as a indication of quality of the whiskey. And that worked for decades. A lot of people will look at that stuff and they say, okay, this is a 21 year, it must be better than a 15 year. And for all points and purposes, maybe 100 years ago, that was true. But when we're looking at more modern distillation purposes, different ways of aging the whiskey in the casks, as far as scoring the barrels using staves or even chips, or even climate controls, we can actually age whiskey a lot faster than what it takes. So you'll have something that might be aged 5 years, but it may taste like a 15 or a 20-year-old aged whiskey. So for me, age statement really doesn't make a difference for me. What I look for is I look for a quality distillery, something that the product I know and love, and I'll go with something like that to try different non-age statement offerings that they have. But bottom line, when it really comes down to it, is you're really buying the whiskey. You're not buying the name on the bottle. You're not buying the age statement, the number, whatever it is. So if you find something that you like, it really doesn't matter if it's 12-year, 15-year, 30-year, or a no-age statement whiskey. It's something you like and enjoy, then go ahead and proceed and buy it because it's something that you really like.
So for non-age statements, I actually prefer some of my favorites are non-age statemented bottles, mainly at affordability. You know, I like Harmony. I prefer Hibiki 12, and to that I prefer Hibiki 17. Now, do I have $250 to throw at Hibiki 17 all the time? Even if it was available in this country in the volumes that I want to drink it, I can't do that. But I can have the Hibiki experience, you know, the Umeshi barrels or whatever. I can get that in a non-age statemented bottle well under $100. There's a lot of examples of non-age statemented bottles that are built with care by the craftsmen that normally blend the higher end ages together to create their product. So if they're creating something that's affordable and I like the way it tastes, the price point is secondary. I really think no age statement. So what if there's some 4-year-old in there? If there's some 30-year-old in there too? You know, we're getting to a place where you're getting a high quality at a younger age and a decent price. So, you know, I've had a lot of bottle experiences where I've tasted the 12, the 15, the 18, the 21, and I only like the 21. Well, I'm not going to drink the 21. It's got a comma in the price tag. I can't do that. So now I have to find something from that same distillery, that same flavor profile, and the affordability of a no-age statement bottle is really attractive, especially if it has some of those elements that I do like. So I'm not against a no-age statement bottle unless I don't like its flavor. Same as an aged bottle.
Tell us about no age statement.
Well, I've got proof in front of me why age statements count. This is a very rare bottle. It's a numbered casked bottle from a distillery that's only been around for 9 years. How would I know what anything like it would taste like if I didn't understand the year, the age, and the cask number? I'm sorry. If you don't bother to care about what you drink, no age statements don't matter. But if you're serious about your tasting and understanding the difference between a good bottle and another good bottle, you need to know. Thank you very much.